Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ma'am and our friends, we are from the second group. Me as the first speaker, Dian Yurnita Sari, and the second speaker is Afrahul Fadilah, and the third speaker is Muhammad Sarif. We are going to continue the explanation from the first group that is about our topic today, that is becoming a teacher next steps. And now I am going to continue to explain the key question, that is, what can you expect in your first year of teaching? Well, in these questions, there are 5 points that will be explained by our groups, and they are advice from first-year teachers, advice from students transitioning into profession, becoming a colleague, and being evaluated and rehired. And then we come to the first point, that is about advice from first year teachers. We know that the beginning teachers feel happy when they become a teacher in the classroom. In the first year they become a teacher, of course they get experience, problems, and many things that they cannot expect before. As a result, they get many information or experience that they can share to other next beginning teachers. These sharings are not for fearing, but for suggestion to the next beginning teachers. Their advice are: first, what happened your first year that you did not expect? This question relate to the things and the activities that they cannot expect will happen in the classroom as the teachers. What are they? The first is they cannot anticipate what they have found in the classroom. For example, that they still cannot manage the classroom, although they have many strategies before in their universities. And the second is they should fill paperwork that was involved in teachings. Here, for example, filling the attendance, enrollment reports, annual reports, and testing report. Also, they should evaluate it. And the third is they cannot imagine that they should do the duties that are unrelated to the teaching. For example, the beginning teachers should do the duties in the library as the guardian of the library, or even in the UKS. We know that UKS. And also they become a trainer for Paskibra. The last is they spend on committee work and faculty meeting. This meeting is the teacher's routine in talking about the development of school and about the fun of the school. And the second advice, what do you wish you had learned more about in college? Okay, as the beginning teachers, they wish they could have reviewed many kinds of curriculum in all areas or the area of their school. This is because they were unfamiliar with that curriculum, so they need a time to learn more about the learning materials and try to modify the needs of the learners. And they wish that they have known more about education. This is because they do not feel that they had enough background to understand how education reform worked in practice. They wish they had better understood how to mix creative lesson preparation with prescriptive curriculum. This is because they felt that their teaching programs did not really explain how difficult to create the creative teachings, and they wish they could have fitted into the culture of the school. Some beginning teachers feel forced to work with their colleague because they do not know how they are to fit in with their colleague. They wish that they could have understood the theoretical construct as applied to classroom management. This is because the beginning teachers need to understand how to apply their own routines, arrange the classroom, and manage their time. And the last, they need more strategies for connecting with parents and community. This is because they feel that their faculties did not give enough emphasis to them for applying their own course of action. And we come to the third advice is, what advice would you give to future first year teachers? The beginning teachers suggest that they should find and learn more about teaching. It means that they should learn more the methods, ideas, and materials that they will use in the classroom. And second suggestion, that is, teaching educator should visit schools more often. This is to know the real condition of the school, and teaching educator invite teachers to classes for this is for sharing what is happening in schools today. And the last, for teaching educator or professor discuss all of the issues about teaching. This is what happened in the classroom will be discussed together as the topic for the discussion. And I think that's all from me. The next topic will be continued by Afra. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Afra. I will explain about advice from students. I will explain points of the discussion. The first one, the point is make the class interesting. It means that use the element variety and surprise occasionally. If it is a lecture, be animate. And then how to teacher can give innovation of the class and make the class interesting. It's not just transformation material, but can feel the animation or the something new of the student. Second one is show true enthusiasm and pride in the content and the student in the class. If a student excited, they will be more excited. If the student excited when teach in the class, it means that student will do that, and the student will miss the teacher in a week. Number 3 is related to the content activity to the real world. It means that when the teacher teach in the classroom, the example of the student it based on what they need and what they do in the real life. The example or suggest like we are in the home every day. It means that a student in the home all the time because of today's we in pandemic situation. And then the 4 is be clear about the purpose of the lesson, what the teacher want to student to do of the lesson. And then the instruction or the purpose it should clear from the student. And then the 5 is know where the students are coming from, how much did they know before the start of the class and what they are going for this course. It means that like when the teacher or the mentor or the lecturer teach the student, they should know what student come from, like where they are they are from, the village, maybe the province or the custom and something like that, and what they live, it is near of the school or so far from the school, what they need to go in the school, something like that. And the next is emphasize and repeat key points. Teacher should always repeat what they want to make sure, or what they want to emphasize, the point or the purpose of in the classroom. And then next, let your students see that you are a person. It means that student understanding their teacher is a human, and also teacher life, and also maybe we can get it through social media like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And then be empathic. It means that the teacher should feel the condition of the student, like she or he in the position like a student, how that you are present and understand what they have, personal problem, course loads, and limited skill. And then next, make educate time to meet with the students. So teacher and student not just meet in the classroom, but they have a quality time, they have supporting time to learn about the material, to say about additional information, or to sharing, or to advising, be a friend, something like that, or invite the teacher house to dinner or lunch or something like that. And then make test and assignment valid and consistent, and make sure direction are clear. Last, seek meaningful feedback from the student. So it adapted from Hafkas 1995. Next is about transition and the profession. There is two points. The first one is mentoring programs. Mentoring program, it means that important aspect when learning in young first year about how teacher and mentors is similar to the relationship between student and their cooperating teacher. So mentors may help student, may help new teacher set up their room, find resources, and design curriculum to first day of school. And then induction program, the purposes of district induction programs to retain highly qualified, effective teacher in the classroom. So many induction programs beside offering their teacher a mentor over an orientation session at the beginning of the school of the year of the end summer before school begins. So teachers in this condition will get a train for a mentor when they want to teach in the classroom. So the other one is researching better practice, consists of two, the new teacher center, and then a teacher for a new era school. So it's very important in becoming a teacher. So I think that's all my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Me, Muhammad Sarif from the second group. We'll continue our discussion for today. It's what can you expect in the first year's teaching? This is becoming a colleague. Becoming a colleague. The first is collaborating and co-teaching. Collaborating is the working with another teacher to create a positive learning environment. The beginning teacher have to collaborate with another teacher to know the environment of school, the students, the rule, and another with ask the old teacher to get the information. And next is co-teaching. Co-teaching is about sharing instructional responsibility with another teacher. It is the control student in the classroom. The beginning teacher have to ask to another teacher, what about to control the student in the classroom? What about the student activity in the classroom and how to manage the student in the classroom? The second is the getting to know school staff. It is important to learn about the school and understand the school culture. Learn about the superintendent's of day-to-day operation in the school. The beginning teacher have to know the school culture in the activity that have run in the school day-to-day from the morning until the end class, and what the activity that have in the school. For the activity in the school is different with another school that have made by the head of school. And next is being evaluated and rehired. In the school, the teacher, the beginning teacher, he or she do not know the all activity in the school. So they have to make the evaluate about the professional standard. How to make the professional in professional teacher. The first is make sure they understand the professional standard and how will be evaluated. The second is ask for copies of the assessment tool that will be used. The beginning teacher have to ask another teacher about the assessment tool that will be used in the school. And the third is talk about assessment with your mentor and other colleague. The beginning teacher have to collaborate with mentor. Ask the mentor what will do in the classroom, what will do in the school. It is important for make the learning effectively. And the fourth is practice being observed using the tool by asking colleagues to come in and try them out. The beginning teacher have to observe about the colleague activities in this classroom, in the school. What about the activity of the other teacher that can be do by the beginning teacher, and the beginning teacher have to try, have to do, and have to do the new one from the another teacher experience. The five is find out whether you will have a formative assessment program from evaluator. Make sure you know the difference. The beginning teacher have to know what are the difference about her with the another teacher or teacher in the school. Many routines to establish, and the first is keep in mind that you are a lifelong learner. You don't have to learn everything all in 1 year. It means the beginning teacher, all of the teacher is the lifelong learner. Everything that have that new now by in that school, and everything in experience, it is learning. The second is take care yourself, and the third is you have to know how to do that. The beginning teacher have to know what will they do, what will we do in the school, in the classroom, and the manage how to manage the school, the students, how to manage the effective learning in the classroom. I think it's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.